and welcome back to the realm of insanity. I'm your queen, Kate PowerXD, and we're back with some more Elder Scrolls Online. Hashtag ad, hashtag partner. I get gifted stuff from ESO sometimes, and I sometimes get sponsored by ESO, but I've been playing it since before it came out. I've been playing over a decade, and I love it very, very much with all my heart and soul. Previously, on our Gold Road story quest, we did a bunch of stuff, but the next stage... Okay, basically, we accidentally did 2 side quests that are part of the main quest, and it turned out that it cut down the next section of the main quest quite substantially. So, we did 2 main quests so far. We've did 6 points of interest out of 11 so far. We've not really done any delve quests. So, all of these are ones that I suppose I've got the Sky Shard for some reason, even though I know that I should... I don't know. I need to check if I've done the stories in them or not. I might have already done the stories. I don't know what I've done. But anyway, the plan for today, we need to make our way over... We need to go to Neriastere. We need to go there. And we also need to go find Big Ern. But I thought since we're here, we last left off kind of Felgardi Keep, kind of Vashabar. But I thought, hey... we're going to go do this place and see if there's any quests at either of these. I have just got to this way shrine and I have discovered Grimmer over here.
Left wheel is in dire need.
And he's in dire need, so I feel like we should help him out. What do you think? Let's help him out.
You seem like the brave sort. I, for one, haven't the stomach for blades and beasts. And right now, Left wheel has more than its fair share.
Forgive this one, but what is happening at Left Wheel?
Shining beasts and deranged cultists have invaded the town. Baroness Elianacosa sent out anyone fit enough to run and find aid. She's trying to help those still trapped, but she can't do it herself.
I had to transfer the lycanthropy. Oh yeah, don't ever buy vampirism or lycanthropy werewolf. Never buy vampire or werewolf from the Crown Store, people. Don't ever do that. Just get another player to bite you. That's all you need to do. You just need to go to a werewolf shrine or a vampire shrine and do /sweep until someone comes along and really appreciates that you're cleaning their shrine and they bite you. That's how I do it. Or just type in zone chat, is anyone around to bite me? And usually someone will do it for free. I always bite people for free on my vampire. I don't have a werewolf on PC, actually. I have a werewolf on Xbox. I play on every single platform and server. Anyway. Did you say shining beasts?
I'd almost describe them as beautiful if they didn't just try to eat me. The Baroness helped evacuate as many merchants and civilians as she could, but there are still others trapped with those beasts. She's promised gold in exchange for aid.
Oh, my headset was turned down. That's why it was quiet. Coriel will help the people of Left Wheel.
You can find Baroness Elianacosa just inside the town walls. The entrance to Left Wheel is just north of Feldegard Keep. Let her know Grimner sent you.
I bought it way back when, but you gotta be careful since there's scams based around it. Never pay for werewolf or vampirism. Don't pay in gold. Don't pay in real money. Don't pay anything for werewolf or vampirism. Someone will bite you for free. And they always have done. Although I do remember when the game first came out, there was a specific zone in the Ebonheart Pact areas that you could go to, at least when it came out on Xbox, and you could farm vampirism by getting bitten by an NPC. You can still get vampirism naturally. And I remember standing there battling like thralls and vampires for so long, trying to get vampirism, and I eventually got it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was a lot of work. But yeah, never pay a penny. No gold, no septums, no nothing. Don't pay anything for vampirism or werewolf. Someone will do it for free. There's always someone around to do it for free. If you go a little further down the road, you'll run into his brother, Grimmist. Ew. Please, answer this one. Were you present for the attack?
Oh, yes. I was delivering...
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir.
A terrible crackling sound and the smell of burnt hair. All at once, the town erupted into chaos. I dropped everything.
He does look like he's seen some things. Look at those eyes.
I've made it out alive.
He's seen some things. Okay, I think this is actually the public dungeon. So let's go do the PD. If anyone would like to do the public dungeon with me, let me know. Because last time I did a public dungeon, I felt really bad that I didn't ask if anyone wanted to join me. Obviously, you'll have to go slow because we're doing the quest. But you're more than welcome to join me if you want. Just send me a whisper in-game at KPowerXD, EUPC. EUPC, darling. Let's go into Left World Trading Post Public Dungeon. It's impressive what the Baroness has accomplished at Left Wheel. I'd argue it's a better trading hub than Skingrad. Although I was reading that. Ew. Okay. It's not very pretty in here. Oh dear, what's going on over there? Why can't my staff be glowy like that? Honestly. How big is the map in ESO? This is Tamriel. This is Apocrypha. This is Cold Harbor. This is Aiva. This is Clockwork City. This is Fargrave. This is the Deadlands. And this is Artaeum. Each of these zones is similar size. Some of them smaller than others. But yeah, the map on Elder Scrolls Online is pretty big, but there's no pressure to do it all in one go. You can definitely take your time. The middle section is Cyrodiil, and that is PvP. But it's a big map, and you can go to places that you've seen before or not seen before. If you're a Skyrim fan, you'll recognize Western Skyrim, aka Solitude, Morthal, the Deepwood Vale, all those places. You've also got the Reach down here, where you got Markarth. Briar Rock. And then you've got places that we've never been before in another Elder Scrolls game, like Elsewhere, where you get to see all the different types of Khajiit. You have to pay $15 a month if you don't own every expansion. No, you don't. You absolutely do not have to pay £15 a month if you don't own every expansion. You can, if you want to own every expansion, you can buy the most recent chapter, and it will give you all the chapters up to date, not the DLC. Or you can buy a couple of ESO pluses every month. Maybe like buy yourself 3 months of ESO plus in one go. For those who don't know, Elder Scrolls Online does not have a must-have subscription. You do not need a subscription to play the Elder Scrolls Online. The base game alone kept me busy for 3 years. You do not have to spend a penny more than buying the base game to have fun for many, many years. But if you want to upgrade, you can buy the expansions outright and you'll have them forever and ever and ever. Or you can buy a couple of months of a optional subscription called ESO Plus. ESO Plus is basically Elder Scrolls Online extra. You get double bank space, double extra crafting bag, a bottomless crafting bag. You get crowns every month. We're going to get to that. You get free furnishings every month or something in the other games, and you also need to get a bunch of other, you get a lot of things for ESO Plus. You get extra experience, extra gold, loads of stuff. And the crowns that you get every month, you can buy the DLC to keep them forever. So the good thing about the Elder Scrolls Online is you have the options to buy the expansions if you want them. Much like every other game, usually you have to buy expansions, or you can buy ESO Plus for like 3 months, try all the DLC, all the expansions except the most recent. The most recent is known as a chapter, and then after a chapter is a chapter for a year, it turns into a DLC and you can buy it with crowns. But you can spend your in-game crowns to buy the DLC that you want to keep forever. So it's actually a pretty good system. And I understand why some people might get confused when they see it. They're like, oh, I have to pay this money to own this. No, you don't have to keep paying the $15 a month. You can pay, I think it's like £8 a month in British pounds. I don't know. I feel like $15 a month is, I don't remember it being that much. But I will say, until this year, I've paid for ESO Plus out of my own pocket, but I do now get given it. But I've always said the same thing. I think ESO Plus is absolutely worth it, but you can absolutely play the game without it. I did for like 3 years, and then I bought ESO Plus out of my own pocket until this year. I get that it's confusing. The system is quite confusing, but you don't have to pay money a month to play expansions if you don't own them, because you can buy them with the crowns that you get. There you go. I just did that public dungeon. It's a pretty good public dungeon. But if you have any questions about Elder Scrolls Online, let me know. If you want any advice, any fun, you know, things. I think I would only play it for a companion named Sharp as Night, but I wanted to play this game. There is a companion called Sharp as Night. I have unlocked him and he is lovely. And if you buy the most recent chapter and you buy the Ultimate Edition that has all the previous chapters, you get Sharp as Night and you get to keep him forever, because he came with the Necrom chapter, and Necrom chapter is included if you buy Gold Road and you buy the Ultimate Edition that includes, not like the collector's edition, but the full collection, I think it's called. If you buy the full collection, he comes involved with it. Honestly, if you buy the full collection, and it's always on sale usually every couple of months since the game comes out, they're always doing sales. If you buy the Ultimate Collection thing, you will not get bored. You will not get bored for a long time. For a long time. Right, anyway, what was the Baroness saying? Because I feel like I spoke over her. But the companions are fabulous. I'm currently leveling up as Xander, and then after that I'll be leveling up Sharp as Night. So you'll see a lot more Sharp as Night soon, I guess. Depends how quick I level him up. And I've got to do his quests.
Is under siege by the Recollection and their bizarre beasts.
You just no. So to get all the previous chapters, you buy the most recent chapter. That does not give you access to all the DLC though. So the full collection is all of the chapters, not the DLC. I know that it is a little bit confusing, and it's a good system, because it means that eventually if you have ESO Plus, you can buy each chapter with crowns in the game, and you get crowns for being signed up to ESO Plus. So it's a good system, but it is confusing. So when a new expansion comes out, it's known as a chapter. And then after a year, it turns to a DLC from a chapter. And when it's a DLC, you can buy it with crowns. But there's not just chapters that are DLCs. There is also other DLCs like dungeons, smaller zones, like Murkmire is a DLC. Those are not known as chapters. But everything that was previously known as a chapter is included in the full collection when you buy the full collection. It's quite confusing, but if you go to KPOW, it's the, you know, dot the places, and then / Humble Bundle, there's a list of all the different ASOs and what it means. I've got it on my website, so if you go to my website, you'll find the information under the Humble Bundle page. Hopefully that helps, but yeah. But if you buy the most recent chapter, you do get all the previous chapters, but you don't get all the previous DLC. To get all the DLC in one go, ESO Plus is the easiest way. And then I recommend buying ESO Plus for a couple of months and then using the crowns to buy the DLC that you really enjoyed or really want to continue. Right, anyway, sorry.
You've chosen a poor time to come and trade, traveler. Leftwheel is under siege by the Recollection and their bizarre beasts. If you can lend aid, tend to the wounded. If not, you best be on your way.
Grimmer sent Coriel.
He did? Apologies for my terse greeting. If you still came here after hearing what's happened, then you're braver than most. I'll take all the help I can get putting a stop to this Recollection invasion.
The Recollection is attacking?
Yes. Some of the survivors overheard the cultists call themselves the Recollection. I've never dealt with them before, but they're here now. Worst of all, they seem to be summoning in terrible creatures at ritual sites across town.
Rituals?
Yes. If you can put a stop to their rituals and free anyone still trapped in town, I'll be in your debt. As Baroness of Leftwheel, I promise to make it worth your while.
Honestly, Salvus, I prefer the way the quests are in these public dungeons in this new chapter. For me, I don't I don't go into a public dungeon to do a quest. I go into a public dungeon to get equipment, collectibles, and unalive the bosses. I don't go into a public dungeon necessarily for the quests, so I quite like that the quests are very go in, do one thing, leave. At least the previous dungeon that I did was. This one, I haven't finished it yet, obviously. But personally, I prefer it that way. Because if you want story-based content, the whole other part of the zone is that. And I also feel like it's good for people that can't complete the public dungeons. Because there's a lot of people that just don't have the damage or the confidence to go into a public dungeon. So they're not going to miss out on really in-depth stories. So I like the way that they've done it, and I don't think it makes it uninviting to not have an in-depth story, but yeah. Hi, do you remember me? Hi, Tyler. Hope you're glad, because if you don't, I'll be sad. You are a username. Hello? I try. This one will stop their rituals and save any remaining civilians.
Thank you for the aid, Traveler. Return to me when you've stopped their rituals and freed who you can. The sooner we save everyone and put a stop to the recollection, the better. I just wish I had done more to prevent this.
Just a little, gonna slide this in there. Please don't ask creators if they remember you. It's really awkward when we see so many different usernames and so many different similar usernames. We probably would remember you if you just typed and reminded us what you usually say, but outright asking a creator who sees so many different people throughout the day, I don't just stream on one platform, by the way, if they remember you, it's really awkward for everyone, so don't do that. I just play solo. I play it like I would Skyrim. I can't deal with being social. It gives me bad. No, honestly, Elder Scrolls Online is great for that. You can definitely play this game solo. You can play this game however you like it. Forgive Coriel, but you think this is your fault?
Magical relics make for a lucrative import as long as inspections and magical protections aren't in the way. The merchant lords pressured me to waive these precautions, and for what? So a few trade masters could fill their coffers?
Magical relics cause this?
I'm certain of it. Those relics are being used to channel their rituals. When I became Baroness, I promised to put the people of Leftwheel first. I thought with the gold we could expand. Now they've paid the price for my poor judgment.
We can still help them.
I don't deserve your kindness. Please, save those I couldn't. The weight on my heart will be so much more bearable when this is over. If I may make one last request, show them no mercy.
You can tell this one more about Leftwheel, yes?
For a time, it was a modest trading post connecting Skingrad merchants with Hammerfell. Now, we broker trade with the Gold Coast and Northern Dominion territories. Every transaction has helped Leftwheel grow into the trading center of Colovia.
And what is your role, exactly?
As the trading post grew, the need for more stability rose. Eventually, Leftwheel became a proper town, and with that came the need for a baroness who tends to its citizens' needs while balancing the demands of the merchant lords.
What sort of demands?
More often than not, lower taxes. As I said, every transaction is meant to benefit Leftwheel's citizens. But lately, they've wanted more freedom in what they can bring in for trade. If I'd stood my ground, maybe none of this would have happened.
Oh dear, lady. Oh dear. Why? Salvus, why would you hate on a public dungeon being linear so you can go around and do all the bosses in one slap? I don't understand. Why wouldn't you like it this way? This is better for pretty much everyone. You go through, you do the bosses. You come back if you need to.
Over here! Help! We're trapped!
Woohoo! Oh man. Oh dear. Hiya!
And that's done. What's next?
Oh, he's up. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, here we go.
Face the swarm, intruder.
I wonder if this public dungeon also has an incredibly hard boss like the previous one we did, because that was... that Minotaur in the other one? I like linear public dungeons. So what are you complaining about? I don't understand! What is the problem? I'm very confused. The layout and the one-way onlys.
You have my thanks, stranger. I can help him get to safety.
Oh, I guess I should help. I should help. I should help. I shouldn't just... if there's people if there's people behind me, I will help. Right, that is one boss done. We're gonna go up this way, and I think what we'll do is we will go right here. We'll go do... actually... yeah, we'll go right. We'll do that one. And then we'll loop round. That's the plan. This place is pretty. Why do I recognize this? Did I go to the public dungeon while I was in, while I was at the preview? Because I recognize this.
Attack! Please put out the flames. Hurry!
Save the civilians, stop the rituals. Okay. I will let you do that chest because you were already doing it. And we'll, oh, I do need to save the civilians though. Extinguish! While we wait for this boss to...
What were those things?
Oh dear. Right. Boss. I don't see the body, so... this should be respawning soon. I'm not seeing a body. Is Warm Hands code for salvers gets better? I mean, when you wind up the mods on a daily basis, can you blame them? I'm not surprised that is a possibility on their minds. Mayhaps this is code for mayhaps be on your bestest behavior. Not yet, she says. Well, if you're not on your best behavior, I've learned the hard way to give mods the benefit of the doubt with their decisions. Because previously I've been known to let people get away with way too much and drag the chat down to the point where everyone's miserable, and then I don't realize because I'm like, yay! Everything is fine! And then I don't realize that everyone in chat is being trolled to the ends of the earth. So it could be code for be on your bestest behavior, or else be a sweet little sausage. Is this where the boss spawns? Because I don't see no dead body. Did I set it so the mods could actually bonk people, like, specifically? I mean, you can exclamation mark ban and then at. That's the thing. We do have a classic ban hammer emote, maybe? Do we? Did I make that an emote? I don't remember if I made it an emote. Well, it's on Discord. It's an emote on Discord. I have a Wabberjack. We've got exclamation mark raid. We have a Wabberjack. Let's crochet while we wait for this boss to spawn, maybe. Unless it's underneath, but it's not here yet. Calm down. Calm down, buddy. I know the Elder Scrolls Online is meant to be a fighting game, but I wish I could just romance Sharp as Night. Well, in previous live streams, Elder Scrolls Online have not ruled out the possibility of being able to romance our companions later down the line. Bastion, get away from me! Yuck. The what game is this counter is great. It deterred me from asking before figuring out myself. Really? Oh, it's kind of there to get more people to ask it and feel comfortable asking it. And also a meme because we got so many people asking, what game is this? But it is the Elder Scrolls Online for anyone interested. But yeah, it's a good one. It's manually done as well, so if people take the pee a bit in a silly way, we just don't up it. Is this where the boss actually spawns? Not like underneath or above or something, is it? Do you think you need all the expansions and stuff to have a good time playing? Absolutely not. I played for 3 years with no ESO Plus, no expansions, just base game. And I just played with guilds and all sorts. And it was just lovely. I even did a lot of it solo, just questing. You do not need ESO Plus, you do not need DLCs. The base game will keep you occupied for plenty time. Plenty time. Plenty, plenty, plenty. There we go. Another boss done. Ooh, and I got miniature shattered. Oh, and I got an alien remnant. I need that for the daily. I do. I can't blimmin' see a thing over here. So I'm going to go down here, grab this part of the quest, and then we'll go up to that boss over there. What game is this? You know what game this is. This is the Elder Scrolls Online. Of all the companions currently available, who would you romance? Ember. Absolutely Ember. Ember or Azander? Definitely Ember or Azander. Is this a boss? What? Why was there a boss bar up there? Oh. Oh, is this like a group one? Am I gonna miss it? Oh, is it kind of like... Oh, okay. Is this like... Okay. Maybe this is like... the main... Like the incursions where you have to kill the enemies around it first? Maybe? Am I overthinking this? Maybe. Possibly. Possibly overthinking this. Or I just missed it. That's an option too. That is also an option. Well, while it spawns or whatever's happening, where is this sky shard? It is up there. How do I get up there? So let's see if these guys come up with a bar. See, that didn't come up with a bar, so I have a feeling I just missed the boss. Oh. Wait, what?
I am a scholar, damn it.
What is... Huh? What?
You make a formidable ally.
I'm confused now. I'm very confused now. Was that a roaming boss? I am confuzzled. Okay. Ah! Whoa! Okay. Okay. Whoa. We good? Are we good? Sheesh. Ah! Ah! No! No! Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Okay. Right, I hit it, I hit it, I hit it. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. I hit it, I hit it. Okay. Oh. Well, okay. That was intense. Oh, I think I go up. No. How do I get to that sky shard? Oh, there's like... Okay. I have a feeling I go this way, maybe. But you know what? I'm gonna do the bosses first, then go get the sky shard. Maybe? Because I feel like this person's gonna be running towards the bosses, and I don't want to miss the bosses, and I can just get the sky shard later. Or do I just want to do it now? I know the actor for Azander is openly gay, and I know that doesn't necessarily... No, that doesn't. That doesn't make his character gay, but I can't separate the actor from the character with him. But that's the whole point. The actor and the character are very different stuff. But it's, you know, it's your choice. At the end of the day, if that's how you want to play it, you don't want to romance him for those reasons, that is your choice. But I would say to anyone else worried about that, that's, you know, the characters... voice actors become the character that they are playing. And I don't think any of the... from what voice actors I have spoken to, I don't think any of them would be offended if you tried to romance their character. In fact, they'd probably find it flattering because the whole point is they want to make their character attractive. Unless they're specifically making a character to not be attractive, it's usually a huge compliment for voice actors to have their character be the one people want to romance. Unless it's like a personal choice for them to not want to be romanced, but anyway. Lavender, hello, how are you today? Hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. It's the Elder Scrolls Online. I have no idea how to get to that sky shard. We'll figure it out, I guess. I just see him as a good friend, an adventuring sidekick. That's absolutely fine. If you don't want to romance him, that's absolutely fine. There's no shame in that. But I wouldn't let an actor's real life views affect their characters, you know? Pretty sure it could be quite insulting if you if you saw villains to be like that in real life. But I know exactly what you mean. I just don't want people in chat reading that and going, oh yeah, I can't romance Asander. No. Personal preference is important. Very, very much so. I totally get that. I cannot romance Shadowheart on a male tab. I mean, if it's available in the game, I wouldn't. I mean, again, if you feel uncomfortable with that, that's okay. But if you, I wouldn't let it rule you that much. When a voice actor voice acts a character, for me personally, I know that when I'm doing Dungeons and Dragons, I really embrace that character and I'm no longer me anymore. And I think a lot of voice actors are the same. Wes Johnson, pretty sure he's not going to skip rope with people's entrails. I mean, would I put it past him? I don't know, but I think... But yeah, no, I would definitely romance Ember or Azander. I just think they're both so lovely. And honestly, I think the only time that I've taken a romance in a game a little bit too seriously is Astarion. Just because I just want to be Astarion's best buddy with a few benefits, but... But I genuinely don't think... No, let me finish. I genuinely don't think Astarion is ready for a relationship. That boy needs therapy or a very good friend, possibly with benefits, because, you know, he's got a hunger, for sure.
Chat, add another one to the list.
Not Starfield. If I took Starfield seriously for romance, I would not have married Sam. As much as he is a lovely space cowboy, he is a terrible, terrible father, allowing his child to do things that no father should let their child do. deserting it, taking her all over space in the most horrifically dangerous situations. And also, you know, I feel like if Starfield, I took it a bit more seriously, I definitely wouldn't have married Sam in that game. But no, I took one very... I'll take one for the team in Romance Bastion. Please do. You can have him. He's all yours. He's all yours. Yeah, I think Baldur's Gate is the only time that I've really taken a game romance seriously to the point where I've decided, okay, I actually don't think I'm gonna pursue a very serious romance with this character just because it feels so wrong. Whereas most other games, I'm just like, this person's cute. I'm just gonna romance them. Because I think in my brain, it's game, it's fantasy. It's meant to be where you do what you want to do and be who you want to be. And the options are there for you to explore and have fun and all those things. But I also don't blame anyone if they do take, you know, romancing games a little bit more seriously and things. Kay's trying to find my replacement. No. No, I'm not. I wouldn't replace you with any of these characters, honestly. They've got too much baggage. If I was going to seriously consider dating some of them, nah. The more I play Starfield, the more I see Sam as a great dad, but I can easily separate actor from character in this place. Not like I'm not going to romance Sam just because the actor is married. That would be silly, yeah. It's weird. I think it depends on the character in the game as well. But I really don't think Sam is a very good dad. He is in some ways. He's a very caring and loving dad. But he airs his dirty laundry all around his daughter. He lets his daughter see all the stress between him and the mum. He takes his daughter on very dangerous space missions, including allowing her to see unalived bodies. No, she looks for you in games. See, I'm not trying to replace Badgers. I'm trying to find Badgers when I miss him. Exactly. But seriously, I really don't think Sam is I think he is a loving and caring dad, but I don't think he's a considerate dad. I mean, he is a considerate dad, but I think he's not... He doesn't have much common sense when it comes to keeping his daughter alive and healthy. If he did, he would just drop off his kid with her granddad or something while he was on dangerous missions. But then I've not played, you know, deeper than what I've been to so far. I feel like I've got a lot to go in Starfield, but I also feel like I've seen enough, and I've seen a lot of the things that she's been put through so far, and I'm just like, what? I had a DM chat with the actor about X about Sam's parenting choices. Really? See, that's interesting, because that would definitely open your eyes a little bit, I think. But at the same time, to me, you know, did they agree with Sam's choices, or? Because I don't think... My dad would never put me in those situations. That's how I look at it. I'm like, well, I don't think my dad would put me in those situations. Oh, this is definitely the big boy one. Let's get it started. Because I think there's people behind me, so we should be okay. Oh yeah, there we are. There's the two people behind me. Buy more, as many eyes. By the way, I've had some really, really good suggestions for my pumpkin carving so far, chat. I've had so many good ones that I don't know what one I'm going to go for. Rage suggested Xalatath, which could be really awesome. Then we had Hermaeus Moira as a suggestion, which I'm really into. We also had, you know what? Actually, I should have just gone Magicka Drain with this, to be honest. But then I can just do Restoration Staff for the Magicka Drain, so maybe not. Mace Moira for my pumpkin carving. And then we had a couple of suggestions for Sprities, which honestly made me a little bit emotional that you guys thought about Sprities without me bringing it up at all. We had a Moot Bee suggestion and then any Sprities suggestion. I do technically have 3 pumpkins, and I feel like Badgers would be comfortable enough cutting out the simplified version of the Sprities. I would probably do Moot Bee because he's more of the spoopy version, I guess. He's like more of a Halloween-y version of the Sprities, but... yeah. I understand that Sam in Starfield is put in some difficult decision situations with his daughter, don't get me wrong. I don't necessarily blame him for the choices that he makes, but I also feel like he could have done things differently and not had his literal child following him around a bunch of unalived things and seeing so many horrific things. I would imagine that's quite traumatic for a kid her age. I think he's very caring and everything, but I think, you know, he was put in some hard situations and made possibly the wrong decision, but I don't hate him for it. I wouldn't have married him otherwise. He said that he gets far more support for Sam's parenting from people who are actually parents, and I can see that. He agrees that many of Sam's choices are not ideal, but they are the best he can do under the circumstances, especially since her mum has given up on the whole parenting thing. Yeah, that's another thing. He's doing it by himself. I mean, he tried making her mum take her and she refused, yeah. But and I know that his relationship is not very good with his dad, but I think he could have put his pride aside and asked for support from his dad, personally. I feel like there's a lot of pride there that doesn't necessarily need to be there. Like, oh, me and you don't have a good relationship, so I'm not going to ask you to support me with my daughter. But the granddad's been very clear with the fact that he's open to helping with that side of things. And he's in a position where he can, in the Maw of the Mighty Skull, look up in left wheel. So confused. I know that it's up here, but how I get there is a different story. I can't even see it. Like I said, oh, duh. I mean, like I say, I don't hate him for the decisions. I think he could have made some better decisions, but also he was under a lot of pressure. I just can't agree with some of the things he put her through. And also, there's people on the ship that could have looked after her on the ship instead of taking her into these missions. I don't know. I just don't really agree with some of the stuff that he did, but that's also, you know, I've seen my parents put in some really horrible situations with parenting decisions, and I'm very spoiled in the way that they are amazing parents and they always put our health and safety first through everything. So maybe I'm a little bit spoiled for what to compare parenting to, because my parents, I mean, obviously they've made mistakes along the years, but for the most part they've been incredible and I wouldn't change them for anything ever. And I'm very lucky and I will never take that for granted. Trust me, I will never ever take that for granted. I will always be grateful for what I've been given in parents. Yes, but so could Grandpa. Mum died when Sam was 7 and he's been trying to hold on to Sam with an iron grip ever since. Sam could let go, but it's easier said than done. It's normal to him, but that's all he knows. Yeah, true. I just think she would have been safer with Grandpa, regardless of the situation, instead of taking her on that one specific horrific episode in his life. And she should not have been there. And the minute that things got gory, he should have sent her back to the ship. With me, or something. I know that wouldn't have been very fun for a storyline, but if that was me, and I walked into that room and I saw what was going on there, I would have been like, take her back to the ship right now. I would not have allowed that to go the way it did. But then again, we can't all be perfect, and that was coming from someone that was looking at it from an outside view. When you're in that moment, you probably want to keep the person you care about close to you and keep an eye on them. So I get it. I get it. Either way, it's a video game and they're not real people and they're not real choices. So it's also not that deep. But like I say, if I thought about video games seriously and you really deep dived into the relationships, I probably wouldn't have married Sam in Starfield. Lovely character, lovely gentleman. Probably a little bit too much going on there for me personally in my life. But, and also some questionable things going on. There would have been a lot of arguments between us on what was going on in that situation. So, yeah. And I can't think of any other game that, other than Baldur's Gate with Astarion, I don't think I've ever thought about, okay, this feels wrong romancing this character. I'm just very much, that character's pretty, I'm going to romance them. That's basically what I was saying.
Giovanni, keep an eye on that horizon. Gods help me if we're taken by surprise here.
Okay, we did it!
You've returned.
I have.
I'm already getting reports of the tide of beasts waning, and we're tending to the townsfolk you helped. Thank you. Now tell me, what of the recollection? Were you able to stop their rituals?
Yes. Coriel dealt with the rituals.
Oh, that's a relief.
You forgot sky shards were a thing? Heck yeah! It is the Elder Scrolls Online indeed. Hope you're glad, because if you don't, I'll be sad. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? You will try and retake the town, yes?
For now, I'll focus on tending to the injured. But with the rituals dealt with and reinforcements on the way, we'll soon gain the upper hand. It will be a while before we're trading again.
I played a little bit of Dragon Age and a little bit of Mass Effect, but I was stupid and decided to go back to the first Mass Effect and the first Dragon Age because I read that the achievements can change depending on what games you've played, etc. And I'm a completionist, so I was like, I'm going to go play the first ones. Don't do that unless you've got nostalgia. They are old and clunky and not fun to play if you don't have the nostalgia there. Or I would say play the newer ones first, then play the older ones, personally. That's the way that I think it is. Because I was not enjoying the first Mass Effect or the first Dragon Age. They just felt very old and clunky, and I didn't have the nostalgia or the knowledge of the lore to keep me there. It's kind of like I started with Skyrim and went back to Oblivion, and I enjoyed Oblivion a lot more after playing Skyrim. Does that make sense? But I did play a little bit. And I think I was trying to romance the blue alien lady.
Everyone does that first game. Terrible.
Badger says everyone does that in the first gameplay and then you realise there's better options. Well, I didn't get that far in the game! Oh, the clunky dragon shows up. Oh no, dragon, hope you're glad, because if you don't, I'll be sad. Hello, how you doing? You definitely got to mod the first Mass Effect for quality of life. Yeah, I'm also not big into spacey stuff. I like Starfield a lot because space cowboys, but I also need to go back and play more because there's DLC that I haven't played. But I'm also, I might do it off stream. I don't know, because a lot of people are being very mean about Starfield at the moment, and I don't want to deal with that. Will you rebuild?
Certainly.
Sorry, lady.
I made a promise to these people. Left Wheel provides opportunities for all those within its walls. I won't let a band of cultists get in the way of progress. I hope you can see all that we have to offer one day.
Maybe one day.
If you had when you
No way!
much darker. Left Wheel and myself, owe you a great debt, traveler.
This is the skill that I literally just added.
Begins to pay.
Anki God Hoogs, hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello, Dragon Age and Mass Effect had the lore in them. Didn't say they didn't. Mass Effect had a menu that had all the lore. I didn't say they didn't. I'm saying that if you play the first Mass Effect as someone that doesn't know the lore and doesn't have that nostalgia in there, you likely won't enjoy it because you're used to modern games. Personally, for me, going back to those games, as someone that is usually okay with old mechanics, I just did not enjoy it. It was really clunky for me, and I feel like if I played Mass Effect 3 or the newer Dragon Ages first and fell in love with the characters and the world, I would have been able to get past the clunkiness easier. I know that if I played, I would have learned lore, but why would I sit there and read lore? No. No.
Left wheel is a long way from returning to its former trading glory.
Only an ESO.
We may look defeated, but I know these people. This is our home. Once our wounds have healed, we'll strike back with a vengeance.
What is next for Left Wheel Trading Post?
The injured will be moved somewhere safer once reinforcements arrive. Then we'll retake the hold. Once we're certain Left Wheel is safe, we'll work on repairs.
We hit our follow go on TikTok. Thank you.
Survivors are ready to start reconstruction.
How about you? You are ready. Yes?
I'll admit that I was quite shaken by these events. I spent more time questioning my policies and mandates than actually putting in the work. You showed me that actions are more inspiring than words. A lesson I won't soon forget.
Okay, good luck in your endeavors, everybody. I, however, am going to go pee. Because I need to wee. And I've been live for 2 hours, and I'm due a tea, and Badgers haven't made me one. Even though he was downstairs and he came upstairs without the tea. Can you believe it? Disgusting behaviour. Honestly. He should know by now. You're not allowed to be downstairs and come upstairs without a tea. I've obviously not trained him well enough, chat. Okay. And we are back. We just did the public dungeon. Now I'm going to see if there is a side quest at Halstrel Hollow. We should, if there is one, if we go along the main road, we should come across one. If we don't come across one, then there likely is not a side quest, and it's going to be a main quest zone. Oh, this is disorientating. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're on the main road. Make my way down. If not, if we don't get a side quest, we will go on to the main story. But let's have a look. Halstrel Hollow. Do we have a quest over here? Well, I'm not seeing one outside. We can go in, but I'm not going to. I think that is going to be a quest for later because the icon just went a different color. So that usually means that we're going to be going there later. Ooh, Sigil Portal. Xander's so funny. So that place is probably going to be a main story place. We'll see. Everyone here feels very demure, very thoughtful, very mindful. As they should. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. This could be a quest for there.
What was he thinking?
Okay, this might be for the place. We'll see.
You there. I'm a captain in the Westweald Legion, and I require your assistance.
Hi Atlas, hope you're glad. Captain 8, hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello, how you doing? And Go Gadget, hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. What happened to you?
I was leading a patrol hunting Daedra when one of my own legionaries attacked me. An orc named Ulrath. Such traitorous behavior endangered us all. Since I'm injured, could you locate whatever remains of my squadron? For mercenary pay, of course.
Any idea where this one could find your squadron?
Daedra ambushed us and Ulrath turned on me. I ordered the patrol to take shelter in Fort Hastral, to the northwest. Any survivors should be there. I need to know what happened to Ulrath. And to my squad. Report back to me with any news.
This one will go to Fort Astral and find out what became of your squad.
If you find my squadron, tell them that Captain Dartorius sent you. Order them to stay put at Fort Astral and wait for me to join them. I'll stay here until you tell me it's safe. If you run into Ulrath, be careful. He's a cold-blooded killer.
You were tracking the Daedra, and they ambushed you?
You must be aware of the strange Daedra popping up all over Westfield. While the Legion is stretched thin, we're not helpless. My soldiers were patrolling this region when the very Daedra we were tracking turned the table on us.
And why did Ultrath attack you?
If I only knew. I was at the head of the patrol about to lead the Daedra away to give my legionaries a chance when Ulrath cut me down. That orc was always complaining, but to disobey a direct order? Probably upset I never gave him that promotion.
He was supposed to be promoted?
He certainly thought so. Expected to be made a sergeant just because I had him performing those duties for the squad. For all I know, Ulrath was in league with these Daedra. It wouldn't surprise me. He's a tough, nasty orc who hates taking orders.
Well. Let's go see what's going on with this. So this isn't this quest. This is a different quest. Okay. We're going up to a striking locale. Okay. Some mirror plasms. Oh, I didn't mean to go pick up this runestone, but don't mind if I do.
Another chance at perfection.
So many. What a waste.
Oh dear.
Careful. I've lost a lot of comrades today, so I'm not in a trusting mood. Who are you and what do you want?
This one is Coriel. Captain Dartio sent Coriel to find out what happened to your squadron.
What happened to the squad? She's what happened to the squad. She froze when we spotted the Daedra. Refused to give a coherent order. I stepped in and she went crazy. Commanded the squad to engage a massively superior force. Then she turned to flee.
Captain Dartorius said she led the Daedra away after you attacked her.
Not hardly. She led her soldiers into a slaughter and then ordered them to cover her retreat. I cut her down, then rallied the squad and headed for this keep. We fought a running battle. I'm all that's left. Now it's my word against an officer's.
What do you plan to do?
The only thing I can do. Run. I'm no coward, and I don't want to be labeled a deserter, but what choice do I have? A captain's word carries more weight than lowly orc legionaries. A lot more. I wrote a report. Will you give it to the captain?
Sure. This one can take your report to the captain.
Not that I owe you an explanation, but everything I said is true. I wrote it all down. My report to the Legion. I doubt the captain will pass it along, but at least my conscience is clear. As for me, tell her I died, or I'm a deserter. I don't care.
It sounds like it does not trust Captain Dartorius.
I don't. Not anymore. But I used to idolize her. Did everything I could to help her lead our squadron. Once the fighting stopped and I had a moment, I composed my report to explain what happened here. I left it over there, but you can take it.
So, what really happened here, Legionary?
I finally saw our captain's true face. She used to be a great leader. I would have followed her to oblivion and back. But lately, she's been struggling. I helped as I could, doing what a sergeant would do, even without the rank. Then, today happened.
Tell Khajiit about that.
It's all in my report. Ever since our first encounter with the Daedra a few weeks ago, she's been off, confusing orders, contradictory commands. When we walked into the ambush, she was like a rabbit in a snare. I tried to take command.
And then what?
She went wild, ordered the patrol to attack what was clearly a superior Daedric force. Then she fled, used her soldiers to cover her own escape. I just reacted, struck her a glancing blow. Now, tell her I deserted. Or died, doesn't matter to me.
Can I want to take this straight to the higher-ups. To Legion High Command, or whatever officer finds this. I, Legionary Ulrath, write these words as the last surviving soldier in Captain Dartorius' patrol. We faced a superior force, of Daedra, and made a good showing, but in the end, only I remain. Well, me and the captain, tusk her rise. We were on patrol near Fort Halstrel when we stumble into an ambush set for us by the Daedra. If this captain had followed my suggestion and sent scouts ahead of the patrol, we might have spotted the trap earlier. As it was, the entire patrol was taken by surprise before we could act. At this point, we all turned to the captain for orders, but she seemed dumbfounded. No orders were forthcoming, so I took command and began to order our squadron to make for the nearby fort. Captain Dartorius emerged from our stupor and countermanded my order, instead telling the squadron to charge directly into the teeth of the enemy. As the soldiers made to comply, the captain turned her mount and began to make her own escape, using her own soldiers to cover her retreat. Here, I admit, I acted on instinct and in something of a rage. I struck out at the captain, hitting her a glancing blow that knocked her from her mount. Then I turned and joined the squadron, calling for a retreat to the fort as we engaged in a running battle with the enemy. I want you to know that each and every legionary fought with all their hearts and souls. The enemy knew they had been in a fight, even as I watched each soldier around me eventually fall. A few of us finally made it to the keep and were able to drive off the remaining Daedra, but not a single remaining legionary was unscathed. Soon, all succumbed to their wounds. All except me. So read my account. Decide if my actions were appropriate or wrong as you see fit. I know I did my duty. I know I fought to save our squadron. I know Captain Dartorius' fear and cowardice got her patrol killed. Whatever you decide, I am done. I no longer care. I know the word of a legionary will not stand against that of a captain. I accept this. But by my oath as a legionary, everything I wrote here is true.
I thought I could lead them, save them. But by the time the fighting was done, I was the only one left standing. I'll never forget this feeling.
Okay. I wouldn't label him as a deserter, that's for sure. Do I think he shouldn't have lashed out? Yes. But I also feel that this orc has a lot of passion for those in his squadron. And when he saw his squadron being led into a losing fight, I can understand the anger. I'm interested what the options here are going to be.
It's good to see someone who still knows how to follow orders. Did you make it to the fort? Did you find my squadron?
Khajiit found what remained of your squadron at Fort Hustrel.
What remained? Speak plainly, mercenary. What's the condition of my squadron? And what about the treacherous orc, Ulrath?
I don't know what would be better for him. Because if I say he's dead, she'll probably have a bit of heart in her and be like, oh, you know, he died protecting the squad. I should read this letter and take it a little bit more seriously because he's dead. But if I say that he's survived and left, she might go after him and try and convince him to come back if she misunderstood what was going on. Ooh, okay. But I feel like being a deserter in the war at this time, in the middle of Cyrodiil happening and everything, would probably get you in a lot more trouble. And if he's considered dead, he can go about his life. I don't think he's going to go back regardless. I think I'm going to say he's dead because I feel like there's too much risk saying that he survived. And if they go hunting for him, it could be to punish him. And I don't want that. I'd rather them just read the letter with a fondness in their heart rather than anger that he left. Does that make sense? I know lying's bad, but in this situation, I really feel like it's going to help him. I'm going to say he died. Ulrath and all your legionaries were dead. This one found this report he wrote before he died.
A report? You didn't read it, did you? No matter. My report supersedes Ulrath's anyway. At least that orc got what he deserved. How dare he disobey my orders. Here, the mercenary pay I promised. You earned it.
Well, that didn't go how I was hoping. She knew... Okay.
No matter how many times you lose a squadron, it never gets any easier. No need to stick around, mercenary. I'll be ready to head out myself in another few moments.
Legionary, is Ulrath's report true?
Truth is written by the victors, mercenary. Haven't you learned that by now? The only truth is what I disclose to my superiors. Everything else is simply rumor and conjecture.
Wow. Can I just...
No matter how many times you lose a squadron, it never gets...
I do not like her, and I don't like this quest. I don't like that there's no right answer in this. You can't fix it. But also, that's the beauty of the Elder Scrolls Online. There are so many quests that you can't fix. And you can't change, and you can't do. Oh, man. This is such a shame. There's nothing we can do to help the guy. Is he still there if I go back and tell him that I told her that he died? Can I at least get some closure from him? I know that sometimes you can't have a silver lining in every single cloud. There's always a silver lining at the end of something, but not at the end of every situation, and that's a fact of life. But yeah, is he still... Oh my gosh, he's gone. Okay, well, that's that then, I guess. No, I didn't check the Discord on this break, unfortunately. No, I didn't. Well, that was a little bit upsetting, but oh well.
Speaking of Discord...
Speaking of Discord, Badger said, I don't know if you can hear him.
Probably not.
What class are you playing? I'm playing a Templar. Well, I'm playing a Templar, but I'm on my damage dealing setup instead of my... And I'm leveling stuff as well. Please don't give me any spoilers, chat. I know that there's usually a party at the end, but please don't put spoilers in chat. Right, Baragon. What's going on in this place then, eh, sir?
Hello, friend. It looks like the recollection is camped right on top of Neriostare. We need a plan. That's Neriostare over there, surrounded by a recollection stockade. I guess it's nice to know I correctly interpreted the map we found in Hope Route, but it does pose a problem.
What is the problem?
Assaulting a recollection camp isn't our objective. Laramil says we need to find the Skein of Secrets. That's likely somewhere in the vaults of Neriostare. I recall a set of stairs leading down in the middle of the ruins. We should start there.
Any sign of King Nantarian here?
I've seen a few recollection scouts come and go while I've been watching, but I haven't seen any of their leaders. Of course, I have no idea what's waiting for us in the underground portions of the ruins.
How do we get through the recollection defenses?
If you want to hit them head on, I'll follow your lead and help as I can. But there might be an easier way to get where we need to go. Before we commit to an attack, why don't we scout the perimeter and see what other options present themselves?
All right. Let us scout the perimeter.
Let's look around and try to keep out of sight until we're ready to make a move.
Sure.
That's the main gate. Lots of recollection there. No way we're getting through them without a fight.
Okay.
The recollection brings supplies to this gate. The sentries here are predictable. We might be able to slip by them, or we could try the path to the north. Although, I don't know where that leads. I think we've seen enough. Let's compare notes. Looks like we've got multiple options for getting inside. From what I recall, we'll find the stairs to the buried halls in the middle of the stockade. Assuming the recollection hasn't blocked them up, that is.
What do you make of our choices?
It depends if we want to announce our arrival or stay hidden. The gate to the east is heavily defended, but there are fewer sentries at the west entrance. I think we could slip by them. Or we could try the path to the north.
Where does the path to the north lead?
That's a good question. Sometimes natural fissures or caves provide hidden entrances to buried ruins. I saw no recollection forces in that direction, so it might be worth investigating. Your call, friend. I'll follow your lead.
All right. Follow this one. I mean, I feel like we've got to try the north entrance, right? If he doesn't know what's in there and he doesn't know how to get to there, right? We got to give that a go. Are the servers up? Wait, what? Tom, I hope you're glad because if you don't be sad. Yes, Templar is very fun. I love playing Templar.
No recollection sentries? There must be a reason why they're not guarding this passage.
Probably not all that important. Wow. So this is a place you can maybe go. Like, there's not... Okay. Well, interesting. Why do I feel like I've been here?
This looks promising. I think we're close to the parts of Neriostare I remember.
Ah! Ah! Was I meant to fall in here? Oh, gosh.
Apocrypha, take you!
Never! Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Whee! Okay.
The Great Hall of Neriostare. This is as far as I got on my previous visit.
Mystic Tarim's notes.
South leads to Neriostare's vault, but it's sealed by this Welkin stone. The recollection's working on the puzzle. Let's look at their notes.
This is infuriating. My divinations clearly indicate the lesser Welkins for these sockets are nearby. But I have combed every spot in this ruin, and I can reach to no avail. The first one is in the northern gallery, above the hall to the east. I'm sure of it. Yet no spell or sight of mine can reveal its hiding place. The second is in the halls high above the eastern gallery. Rubble blocks the way. The third stone lies at the end of this southern passage to the west. There is no way across the pit to search for it. The last is just beyond the gate of the northern passage to the west. But how can we get to the balcony? Perhaps some mage more clever than I can find these accursed stones. Mystic Tarim, after Hopeproof, it is a clear we face tenacious foes. Hermaeus Moira's minions fight against their own freedom, but we must protect our prince nonetheless. To this end, you must ensure the Skein of Secrets cannot be used against us. Torvasar believes it was sealed away in the vaults of Neriastere long ago. Find a way to retrieve the Skein and destroy it. I must take a different path. The power slumbering in the Dark Ren Dome can restore our prince, I am sure of it. All I need to do is plant enough seeds and use the staff to awaken it. That doesn't sound very good.
Interesting. I've got no talent for spells, but I picked up a bit of arcane lore in my time. The ancient aliens were fascinated with light. They devised ways to harness its magicka, or draw it from ethereal crystals, like this burnt-out stone.
What is it that these stones do?
Great Welkin stones like this one powered mighty enchantments. They could make buildings float in mid-air, maintain networks of magical portals, or seal impassable gates.
Ziggy, hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello, how you doing? Hello, how are you? Coriel would like to know. You think the Skein of Secrets is beyond those doors?
Someone in the recollection thinks so. Besides, you don't build a door like that, or a lock with a Welkin stone without a reason. Explorers have visited Neriostere many times over the years, but no one's ever gotten past the dead crystal.
Then how do we restore the Welkin stone?
Do you see the empty sockets? The mage I came here with years ago thought we needed lesser Welkins to restore the Great Welkin Stone, but we couldn't find any. Judging from these notes, the recollection's experiencing the same problem.
Could the relics help? The Lamp of Clarity reveals things, and the Abolisher opens portals.
Good idea, friend. The lamp and abolisher give us an advantage previous explorers didn't have. I suggest we start with the East Passage and look for a way up to the north. The Recollection Mage's notes suggest we might find something there.
Do you go to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. Oh my gosh, it's actual Nazim. Do I want to say my usual entrance to Nazim? I usually say when people come in, I hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. But Nazim, I really feel like I'm going to say, I hope you're sad, because then I'll be glad. Oh gosh, not Nazim. Please tell Khajiit, how did you learn about alien puzzles?
I'm sorry to say that one of my principal talents as an adventurer was getting into places...
Bless you, thank you.
supposed to be. I generally served as the trap expert and lockpicker of the party. Guess I've always been interested in puzzles.
We're still number 8 on the EGX leaderboard, chat. So for those who don't know, there's a Road to EGX event going on TikTok. Subscriptions put points towards the leaderboard. If I get 50 GGs from 50 different people. That gets us on the leaderboard a bit more. Also, the GG gaming headset, gaming chair, gaming keyboard, and gaming console gifts help towards the leaderboard. New subscriptions help towards the leaderboard. And if I post a video under the EGX hashtag, it helps towards the leaderboard. We are currently in our league. We are 8. So we're in the top 10, which is so exciting because I've actually never really been on any of these fancy leaderboards. So if you want to help out and do a little cheeky GG, that would be great. If you're on TikTok or any of the gaming quests, or if you're not subscribed, if you'd like to show me your sausage, if you're a subscriber, please show me your sausage. You can subscribe and help towards the leaderboard. It's pretty cool, huh? And I think subscriptions are still 30% off on TikTok as well. Anyway, please tell Coriel, what can you tell Khajiit about the last time you were here?
I came here as part of a small adventuring company. Brave companions and good friends. Anyway, we found the stairs in the ruins and fought our way past a small horde of skeletons to reach this spot.
And what brought you to Nerestre?
Other explorers. The vault door certainly seemed promising, but the Welkind apparatus stopped us here. Neriostore's undead forced us to retreat before we could figure out how to get past it.
And what became of your previous company?
We parted ways long ago. I had one close call too many in ruins like these, so I decided to retire and take up a safer vocation. We said our farewells in Skingrad. It's ironic. I'm falling into dangerous habits again.
What do you make of King Nantharian's plans?
It looks like Nantharian intends to plant more wildburn seeds.
Freya, hello, how are you today? Hope you're glad, because if you don't, I'll be sad. Hello, how you doing?
What really worries me is the suggestion that the wildburn ritual has another purpose.
Another purpose?
Planting seeds to wake the power that sleeps in the darkened home. I thought Nantharian wanted to cover Westweald in a great forest, but maybe the wildburn is just the collateral damage of his real purpose.
What is the darkened home? What power sleeps there?
I have no idea. I dimly recall seeing that turn of phrase somewhere before. A translation of an old Ayleid name, maybe? But where the darkened home is and what's there, I couldn't say.
Okay. We need to search for the lesser stone. And we're going to use Abolisher and the lamp to sort it out, mate. Sort it out, mate. Oh gosh, how do I actually... Right, so, hold on. I need to go this way. Yeah. I need to go this way. Then... up here? No. What? I need to go... there, really? I need to go... but there's no stairs there. I can go this way, actually. I'll go this way. I'll go this way. I'll go this way. I'll go this way. Am I no longer max vampire level? I don't think so. Right, so if I go this way, it should now be...
That's strange.
Oh, here we go.
Is the lamp doing that?
Yes, it is!
Amazing! That stone wasn't there until the light of the lamp revealed it.
Woohoo!
Let's go back to the Great Welkin Stone and try it in...
Woohoo! Hoots! Thank you so much for the GGs. I really appreciate it. Those GGs will help us to the road to EGX. And by the way, if we go high up on the leaderboard for the road to EGX, we can win tickets to EGX. And that means Badgers can come. Because so far, only I have tickets. Badgers doesn't have a ticket. And that makes me sad. That makes me very, very sad. Because I want Badgers to come. And honestly, if Badgers can't come to EGX with me, I likely won't go because I've been going with Badgers to EGX since we met. And it just wouldn't feel right to go without him. I know that sounds stupid. I wouldn't mind if it was like when I went with Ophi and we were doing like cosplay and stuff, but I don't know. Also, Badgers drives because I don't like driving around London. I don't mind it, and I did drive home the last time. But yeah. Thank you for the GGs. Any of the gaming gifts right now will help us on that leaderboard. So GGs, gaming controllers, gaming headsets, gaming chairs, any of the gaming gifts are especially great right now. So thank you very, very much for the GGs. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you. Abolish a portal. Okay. Hoots, thank you for the GGs, you sausage. Yeah, if any of you are sitting on coins, I'd appreciate the GGs. Or mayhaps any of the gaming stuffs.
Into our reality somehow. How does this work?
I mean, she's the prince of many paths.
2 more and we'll see what the Great Welkin Stone is protecting.
Okay. You got it, Baragon. You got it. So I think we go round this way, down this way, across this way. And then we do a U-turn and go up that way, possibly. Then again, that might be a dead end. We'll see. I should be able to go this way. Ow! Fine, I'll attack you! Honestly. Fine! Bawful! Hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello, how you doing? Okay, no, that's a dead end. But I should be able to get there if I go around the back here. Yeah. This is looking promising. Is it going to be a lamp thing, or is it going to be an abolisher thing? Oh, it's above. Okay. I guess there's stairs around the back here. By looking, if I'm going by the map. Yep, there we go, there we go. I love this. I love that some side quests have ended up being main story.
The gate mentioned in the recollection notes. Try abolisher here.
I love this. I love this new, like, the side quests are part of the main story and you get artifacts through the main story and side quests that help you in future parts. I like that. This is clever. I like this a lot.
Look at that. Another stone. Take it, friend.
And there's a button here.
That's 3 lesser stones.
Oh.
There should be 1 more to find.
Ooh, shortcut. Nice. Okay. No, I actually really like this setup. And I think it makes so much sense because it encourages people to do the side quests and not just rush the main story. Because honestly, it's so worth doing all the side quests because at the end of most main stories, there is a celebration when you finish the main quest. And you may or may not see some of the people you've helped along the way, which is kind of fun. So I really recommend doing side quests. Also, some of the side quests in the ESO are some of the best quests. Right, so we go up here. Go around here. Go up here, and it should be up round here, possibly. There we go.
Look, I think that's another hidden Welkin stone. Use the... There it is. Another Welkin stone.
Wowee!
Take it.
Woohoo! Ow.
Let's return to the Great Welkin Stone and see if we can open the vault.
That's the last of them. Let's go place these stones. Oh, there seems to be an eyeball there. Oh, it's someone's pet. That's fine. That's okay then. Okay. Let's see what they have been trying to hide.
It is unlocked. We better go in before the recollection notices.
Yes, we better. Into the vault. Into the vault. I'm gonna read these books while I'm here. No, I don't want to talk to Baragon. I want to read the books. I would like to read them. Ooh, hello, Ern. Oh, my bag's full. Oh, man. Already? That was well quick. You do pick up a lot of stuff when you're questing. That is for sure. That is for sure. Oh my gosh. I did pick up a lot of stuff. Look. Also, was that last-ditch dagger notched and stained? The steel blade of this dagger is still sharp. Boo. Boo. That stinky sausage was so stinky. So sad. Right. Ern. Oh, we got a Palace of Kings ginger beer. Very nice. Urns sometimes have very good... Stop it. Urns have sometimes have very nice stuff in them, so it's not... It's worth picking up stuff from urns if you cross them.
They must lead to an inner chamber.
I wish my NPCs would stop getting in the way of me reading books. Please. And also picking up stuff from urns. That would be great. Oh, Abolisher. Hello, you're going to come in handy again. Yeah, you got to earn it.
Stairs? The aliens left us one last obstacle. But I think there's another chamber above. Try... There, to the south. I think I see something.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, it's looking a bit, okay. Oh.
So that's the Skein of Secrets?
Is that an Elder Scroll?
Go ahead and take it. We shouldn't linger here. Over there, friend. Isn't that...
It looks a bit Elder Scrolly.
We should see what it reveals.
Oh, okay. We're gonna see, okay.
Why do you trouble my prince, Daedra? The many paths splinter.
There's way too many people here right now.
Manipulate fate in ways that were not meant to be.
What I do for the good of all. Why can you not see that, Mora?
I am not alone in my concerns, Ethelia. Constrain yourself, or we will constrain you.
And you will fail. Now be gone.
A memory of Ethelia arguing with Hermaeus Mora. Have you ever seen such a thing? Friend.
A few times, actually.
An ancient quarrel between Daedric princes is beyond me, friend. But it's clear Mora attempted to reason with Ethelia. She willfully ignored his warning, and was too strong for him to overpower without help.
Hermaeus Moira had allies. Azura, Boethiar, and Bafala. Together, they defeated Ethelia.
A good point. And now we have the 3 relics they used to defeat the Prince of Paths. The question is, where and how to use them. We know what Abolisher and the Lamp of Clarity do, but we have no idea how to use the skein.
What do you suggest?
I'll take the Skein of Secrets home and study it. Laramil thinks it's important, and King Nantharion didn't want us to get it. Whatever he's planning, I bet the skein can help us stop him. I'll meet you back in Skingrad, friend.
Very well. Coriel will see you in Skingrad. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, it did look a little bit Elder Scrolly, but it can't be if Baragon's gonna read it unless it is and he's about to go blind. That could be a little bit of a problem if that's the case. So, Baragon, be careful, buddy. Okay, I seem to be stuck. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much for the follows. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Unfortunately, Khajiit do not have unique dialogue in the Elder Scrolls Online, but there is an add-on that you can download called Khajiit Speak if you're on PC. It's a very cool add-on, and I wish it was in the base game. I really do. Is that above? Okay, I am confuzzled. You know what? No, I wanna exit naturally. I don't want to use fast travel. The Hermaeus Moira is one of my favorites. They're so chill. I love Hermaeus Moira. I love Hermaeus Moira. And I'm so happy that the past couple of chapters have been focused around Hermaeus Moira because he's such a fun god. Hey, Neri asteroid discovered. Oh, whoops. Sorry, guys. Surprise! I was here the whole time. Hee 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 hee. Hee 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 hee. You didn't see me. You didn't see me. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Well, we did a couple of side quests. We did a bit of the main story, which we've not handed in yet. So maybe we'll go hand it in and see what they say first before we start. Maybe switching game. Oh, actually, we'll go find this person first. We'll go because we've got to go. Oh, flip! There's a quest. It's probably for the delve. No, it's probably for this town. I'm gonna go do it. I'll do this first.
Stendarr, give me the patience to wait out this misguided scoundrel. Akatosh, take me, but I grow tired of waiting. I do not know you. Is there something you need, stranger? I can't talk long, or else the thief hiding in that ruin might give me the slip.
Someone's killing the Scarlets. Hook wants you to meet him in Skingrat Outlaw's refuge.
The Eight watch over us. After all this time, Scarlet's murdered. Of course I'll meet with Hook, but I can't leave yet. I'm stuck here until my quarry shows his head.
What do you mean?
I was penning some verses when a pickpocket stole a ring right off my finger. Now he's holed up in Varen's watch. I would go in after him, but I sense something impure lurking inside. And I'm not the orc I used to be.
It will not leave without its ring?
The Imperial Legion gave me that ring back when I served as a proud member of the Scarlets. It ordained me as chaplain of the squad. The ring is proof before the divines of who I once was. I can't bear to lose it.
I would persuade and skip this part of the quest, but honestly, as someone that is very sentimental over items, I'm gonna help her. What if Coriel retrieved the ring for you?
I would have to consider your arrival an act of divine providence. I would gladly meet with Hook as you ask. But, in good conscience, I can't ask someone to enter Varen's watch. It's dangerous. Be careful in there, please.
Well, that's okay, because I'm pretty sure this quest over here is to go into the delve. So I'm going to pick up the quest, and then we will go into the delve afterwards, I think.
Oh, Belandras, what have you become? I know what you are, Night Hunter. If the Terror of the Weald, or whatever Belandras calls himself these days, sent you, know that I'm still the warrior I ever was. I'm heading into such, and I'll go through you if I have to.
Oh, she just called me out for being a vampy. Coriel does not know anything about anyone called the Terror of the Weald.
Not part of the Terror's gang. Good. Still doesn't mean I want to show you my neck just yet. If you came to feed, you'll
vampires
find and such. These vampires have already had their fill. They're worse than when I ran with them. much worse.
You are a vampire too?
Was. Past tense. But I'm not about to bandy my history with Belandris, the so-called terror of the Weald, to a stranger. If you want to tag along while I finish him, feel free. But I'll pay you. I don't like to owe favors. Not if I can avoid it.
Sure. Coriel will help you stop Belandris and his gang of vampires and such.
If you're reckless enough to stand with me against Belandris' gang, who am I to say no? Let's make our way to the tavern at the center of town. An old friend, Tham, owns the place. I want to find out what happened to him.
What should this one know about the terror of the Weald and his gang of vampires?
Didn't I say I wasn't going to talk about that? Yes, I ran with Belandris. Yes, I've done things I regret. And he put these marks in my neck when I was young and stupid. All you need to know is Belandris is dangerous, and I plan to stop him.
Why turn your back on your vampiric abilities?
Look, I'm not one of those Raven Watch vampire do-gooders, but I couldn't abide what Belandris was becoming. What he was turning the gang into. But when I heard he had returned and was calling himself the Terror of the Weald, I had to do something.
And what can you tell Coriel about the town of Such?
Such benefits from its location near the Gold Road and the nearby mines. In my early days with the gang, we worked out of the town, watched for traders and caravans. That's when I got to know Tham. He was one of the good ones.
And Tham owns the tavern.
He did. Made more coins serving drinks than I ever did, robbing travelers with the gang. I suppose the current occupants of Such prefer their drinks a bit more crimson than anything Tham poured. He wrote to me, told me Belandris had returned.
Why do you think Belandris came back here? Also, Incompetence, hope you're glad, because if you don't, I'll be sad. Hello. I realised I didn't say hello to you.
It's because of me. He hated it when I left. When I turned away from the blood and the gold. I plan to make him pay for what he did here. To send him to oblivion minus his head.
Oh, okay. Well, lady, as much as I would love to help you... Oh. Persuade Bigum to retrieve... Or retrieve her ring. Okay, so that's in the Delve. Right. Well, I'm not going to do either of those things just yet. So we're going to start those quests, but finish them after we hand in this stage of the main quest. Because I want to know what the skein is. I want to know what the skeiny skein is. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out together. And then we might just do a little switch on the game. Might do a little switch. Okay. What is going on in here? Why can I hear a waterfall? And why is it so loud? Yeah, I think we should. Baragon, why have you got a waterfall in your house?
It's strange. When I first retreated from Neri Osterate, I wondered for years what was hidden in that vault. Never guessed it was the relic of a Daedric prince. Now that you're here, let's take stock of our recent discoveries.
Very well. Where do you think we stand?
The two of us recovered the Skein of Secrets. You and Tribune Alea saved Feldergard Keep and found Abolisher, and you discovered the Lamp of Clarity at the Outcast Inn. You learned something about Athelia too. We finally have an advantage.
An advantage?
Laramil believes these relics are the key to defeating Athelia and her Recollection and Daedric allies. We still need to figure out when and how to use them, but thanks to you, we have what we need to save Westweald. Take this, friend. After my initial examination of the Skein of Secrets, I still don't know what to make of it. It's a map, but the image is constantly changing. I think it reacts to whatever the viewer is looking for. I wasn't having much luck. Then I had an idea.
An idea?
I thought about finding Nantharian, but nothing happened. Then I remembered that these relics were made to find and defeat Athelia. So I thought about her, and these Daedric runes appeared. I think they translate as the Staff of Many Paths.
The Staff of Many Paths? Didn't Shard Marshal Vargas give that to Nantharion at Hoperoot?
Precisely. Nantharion used the staff to prepare the Wildburn Seed ritual before you stopped it. I think the skein is showing me places where Nantharion is using the staff to plant more seeds. A lot more. So, friend, want to help me stop Nantharion?
Coriel will help you find King Nantharion and stop him.
If I'm right, Nantharion is planning to set off a massive wildburn, enough to destroy Skingrad and cover the entire Weald in forest. Take a look at the skein, and you'll see the sites I'm referring to. I think they can lead us to Nantharion.
Coriel is wondering, should the skein of secrets not show us where Athelia is?
I'm not sure. If I understand the story of the relics, they were made to counter Athelia, and she has the power to avoid detection, hence the unseen. My guess is the skein can't spot her directly, but instead looks for places she exerts her power.
But you said the skein is showing places where the Staff of Many Paths is being used.
From what we can tell, the staff is Athelia's relic, filled with her power. Right now, since Athelia doesn't seem to be exerting any power of her own, the skein has focused on the staff. Lucky for us, Nantharion has that, and we need to find him.
The Lamp of Clarity or Abolisher should help us with this, yes?
The lamp only revealed hidden objects close by, and I think you need a clear idea of where you want to go to open a portal with Abolisher. Don't worry, friend. I suspect we'll need all 3 relics before we're done with this business.
Any word from Laramil the Wise?
Not since we left for Neri Osterray. Laramil said that while we looked for the skein, she'd continue her search for Torvasad. She expected that might take her far beyond Westweald. I wish she were back. She understands all this better than I do.
What do you mean?
Daedric relics are her specialty, not mine. Laramil could have figured out how to use the skein of secrets with a single glance. Well, since we don't know when to expect her, we'll just have to do the best we can on our own.
If only in a previous chapter we got really close with a certain Daedra who helped us defeat another Daedra. And then they could tell us all about Daedric relics. That would be super handy, wouldn't it? Tell this one more about what you think King Nantharion is up to.
I admit that all I have is speculation and logical deduction. Nantharion, as the secret leader of the Recollection, used a corrupted seed, called a Wildburn Seed, to transform a portion of Westweald into Dawnwood. I think he's planting more seeds.
But not all the Wood Elves who originally followed Nantharion are part of the Recollection.
No, most of them thought they were following a benign leader. They'd be horrified to know that the devastation of the Wildburn is the reason Vashabar exists. After what we learned at Hoperoot, Vashabar now sees Nantharion for the villain he is.
Khajiit would like to know, why is Nantharion doing this?
The Recollection's a revived Ayleid cult dedicated to Athelia. Nantharion's trying to restore her power and receive her blessing. From the number of locations the skein shows where the staff was used, he's about to unleash more Wildburn. A lot more.
Oof. Okay, so there's a Spooder and a Spooder. I don't like that it's Spooders. I don't like that it's Spooders. Mm-mm.
See what I mean? I think King Nantharion...
I'm guessing this is the one made by Mephala.
See how the map shifted and those marks appeared? I'm pretty sure they indicate places where the Staff of Many Paths has been used recently. A lingering aura of sorts, maybe. I think we need to investigate these sites.
King Nandarion used the staff at these locations, there is no guarantee that he is still there now.
You're not wrong, but what in life is ever guaranteed? No matter. We need to find out exactly what Nantharion did at these locations. And something there might...
No, Sonny, not that Daedra. That's a prince. That's a Daedric prince. I'm talking about a Daedra. Dremora? Yeah, Dremora. Daedra? Anyway. Lyranth, basically. You can tell which locations these marks indicate, yes?
The one to the north might be Turthil Farm. It's a remote homestead. The other one looks like Hastrel Hollow. There's a ruined tower nearby. You should travel to each one and investigate. If you find any wildburn seeds, destroy them.
And what are you going to do?
While you search the sites, I'll see what else I can get the skein to reveal to me. And I'll try to make more sense of the other relics. Come back when you're done investigating the sites. Between the two of us, we're bound to find something.
Okay. So, we need to... I told you.
We better be ready for a fight. I'll muster the Legion, and warn Vashabar too.
So, the Hollow... I told you it was going to be main story, didn't I?
Find a clever way to sabotage his plans.
I knew it was going to be main story.
And
Okay.
I intend to make sure Nantharion doesn't escape again.
Well, we did some main stories. Unfortunately, no points of interest main stories, but we did some. We did part of the main story. We did a public dungeon. And we carried on some of our side quests. But I think that is enough of Elder Scrolls Online today. So we're going to say goodbye to the T-Storians. But if you're watching live, do stick around because we're going to have a little game swap around. But if you are watching on the VOD, this is the end of the line for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're enjoying my playthrough of Gold Road so far. I definitely am enjoying it, and I hope you are too. Don't forget, you don't just deserve a life, you deserve a happy, healthy, and fulfilled life. Sorry for the very loud waterfall in the background. I don't know why Baragon has a waterfall in his house all of a sudden. But until next time.